Hello, my name is Jay Bear, and welcome back. This is episode 6, I think. I think this is episode 6. I didn't check the numbers before I started recording. So, yeah, I think this is episode 6 of my creative series, where I go around on a server I play on with friends and show off some of the things that we've built together. So I'm standing at the southern end of the airport that I showed in my last video. And we're going to follow this road that leads out of the airport. And this splits off two ways. We'll follow that one in a minute. But it cuts through the mountains here. There's a lost villager. Another lost... Oh, look at these guys. And it comes over to the industrial district that I showed yesterday. Or not yesterday, in my last video. So this just... is another way of connecting everything up. So let's go over here and we're going to follow this road. And it comes down to a village. This is originally a normal Minecraft village, but we upgraded it a little bit, made it look a little bit nicer, put a little center square here, some market stalls, upgraded the buildings a little bit to make them look a little bit nicer. So, and roads. We did the roads too. So we just made this overall look nicer than the standard default Minecraft village. And the reason for that is because this is on the way down here to this dock. There's this little waiting area. So this is a place you go to. You're going on vacation. So you want some place to stand out of the weather and set your luggage down because you just came in from the airport and you're going on vacation. So that's what this area is. And then the boat will come pick you up and we can see the little boat right over here. Just a little pontoon. No, that's not a pontoon boat. I don't know what you would call this type of boat. It's like the Jungle Cruise boat at Disney World. I don't know, am I allowed to say Disney? Is that allowed on YouTube videos, or do I get sued for that? Anyway, so we come over here to this docks over here on this beach landing, little boats that you can take out and go around the ocean. And as you can see, we've got this warm water ocean here because we built this island resort over here, and custom built palm trees, little coconut heads. Player heads are actually a really nice way of decorating. We've got some umbrellas and a fire pit. And so, once again, over here you have the little area for waiting for the boat and setting your luggage down. And then we can walk up this very, very rickety staircase. And it kind of goes back and forth. More custom palm trees. We've got lots of bamboo and jungle trees. Be careful you don't fall off the edge. Another palm tree there. And I'm going to go ahead and show you this. We got a suspension bridge. So we can come across this. I'm going to go ahead and fly over to this island resort here. Little pond. And this is like the area that you would come to check in. And little lounge area here. And this is like a common area where people come to get drinks and maybe have breakfast and things like that. Kind of a very open type of building. Because it's an island resort, so you want to enjoy the fresh weather, the nice weather that you've got here. So then, if we come down here, I'm going to go ahead and fly. We've got all these paths leading down to individual cabins on the beach. Open floors, you can see down to the greenery down below. Not real big, not anything huge or luxurious, but nice little cabin on the beach. Got a fire pit and chairs and umbrellas. And there's a bunch of them. A lot of little beach houses. We got a volleyball net here and a grill. So each beach or each cabin has their own little beach. We've got a bunch of custom palm trees and all these paths around. I think all the cabins are the same. I don't think we did anything different. I think we just copied the same one. Yeah, I think that's what we did, is we copied the same one around. And I really like how these paths turned out. Like, it's just built on the side of the mountain, and then you have this winding path to come down to get down to your cabin. So, and then this is the last one here. So you got a long walk if you came in from over there, had to walk all the way around the island to get over here to your cabin. But this is also the most secluded one as well. So that's our island resort, and I'm going to head back over this way. All right, here's one other thing I forgot to point out when I was doing this city tour. Right across from the industrial area, we have this little hippie encampment where they've got a tent here and some peace signs, and they're protesting across the river from all the polluting factories, especially the glue factory that turns horses into glue. So let's keep going this way. All right, and so over here at this part of the city where we have the swimming pool and the movie theater that I showed in my last video, the road comes out of the city and it narrows down to just this little township road. We do have a village here. We did do a little bit of work on this, but we didn't really do as much to this one to make this one look nice as we did the other one. So if we come down through here, we come to covered bridge to get across the water here. Random crafting table just sitting around. That's not something that you normally see in creative. And we've got some farms over here. So we got some animals, we got some horses and chickens. And each of these farmhouses is a little bit different. And actually, each of these are copied from our town someplace, and we just changed all of the texture. So that's one nice thing. After you've built a bunch of things and you're doing a new area like this, you can come up with, you can take some of your buildings that you've already built and just modify them to help fill out the area. We've got silos, barns, we've got this road that goes between the wheat fields over to this farmhouse. So each farmhouse has animal shelters, and it's got a silo and barn. Like here we've got an area for cows. So each one's a little bit different. I think we have 3 farmhouses. If we go over here, here's the third one. We did have a lot more animals here, but we did want to cut down on entities, so we did get rid of a bunch of them at some point. Then if we go back over to the covered bridge and we come up here, we can see this dirt road leading off this direction. And we're just going to fly up, follow it along here. We did do a custom forest up here. So if you notice up in this area, up in the mountains, there's a lot of spruce trees. We did this big, huge custom forest. World Edit is great for that. And we come over here into a campground. Spruce Fields Campground is what we called it, because there, like I said, there's lots and lots of spruce trees. So this would be like your building where you check in. Got a old broken down looking pickup truck that kind of goes around and does maintenance around the campground. Over here we've got like a big lodge type house. And if we go inside, you can see they've got a little bit of a store here. You can go in and buy food and stuff like that, a campfire and some tables. A bar area over here. And just places to sit down. We've got a bunch of picnic tables with umbrellas outside. Campfire area next to the pond over here. And then if we keep following this road, or this way, we come to the RV section. And we got a bunch of different color RVs. Everybody's got their own little setup outside with their chairs and their campfire and their food and everything. So we've got one here that's one that gets pulled by a car. So we got quite a variety of them. And if you even notice, there's tire ruts to where they, drove to get back into there. Some of them are intentionally made to look really ugly because that's how some RVs are. Some of them are really nice and sleek looking. Then you got some that might be really, really hideous looking. And then you got like the old metal tin can looking ones. This one here. Even have pine cones in the trees. And if we go back this way, there's another road that we can follow coming down here. And the forest is pretty dense. We wanted a lot of trees because it's a campground. And we're in the woods. So we made it pretty dense. So here we go. Here's the first one. We have a little cabin. It's got a little pond and campfire. And we have other ones as well. Oh, here's a picnic area. A picnic table and some chairs and the campfire that's been put out but is still smoldering a little bit. We should see some puffs of smoke coming up. There we go. And if we look over here by the water, we have some other cabins. And I think one more back here. Yep, over in the woods. They're all basically the same thing. And these are completely empty inside. You come in here and it's just concrete. There's nothing in there. We could come back and sometime put some furniture in them if we wanted, but that wasn't the purpose of what we were doing over here. We wanted to make just a really cool looking campground. And if we come back and do the inside of the cabin someday, we can. We even have a cave here. People at the campground could come and explore. I think there was a wolf in here at one point. I thought we named it. I don't know if it's still here or not. Yeah, there it is. Wolfie. I was right. It's been a while since we built this. It's probably been over a year, so I'm surprised I remember that wolf was in there. Okay, and heading over this direction from the cabins, I'm heading towards the west. That's the first cabin we looked at there. We can see we've got a bridge right here. And this leads over into this other area. We've got some showers. You know, campgrounds always have like these really yucky showers that you can go in and get cleaned up if you're in a tent. Well, that's what we have right over here. Very dense area here. It's kind of hard to get through. So we got little tents with campfires. Very dense forest area, and we have multiple tents scattered around throughout this area here. So all the different ways that you can visit a campground. You can go camp in a tent, you can go camp in an RV, or you can rent a cabin someplace in the woods. And that's it for this area. So we're going to go ahead and head up to the north here. Alright, so now I'm back over in the town area, which I showed in my first episode. This is my house here. And I'm going to go over this way a little bit to show a little bit more of the town that we did not get to. I don't think I mentioned this. Just a beach area that we have, like a public beach. And then we come over here. We have horse stables. And I think all of the horses have names. Yep. We might have to get rid of some of them at some point. I didn't realize how many of these we have here. And there's even an upstairs up here. Storage area. And then this is an area like stable hands. People that work at the stables might come to sleep or to rest. Or maybe people that are traveling, they can sleep up in the top of the stable. They can't afford to go to the inn, it's cheaper. This house here is the stable master's house. And this is one of the houses that we copied over to the farm that I was just at. It's a kid's bedroom here. Adult bedroom. And a bathroom. And then we come over this way a little bit further. And we have some other houses. Here's a very modern house. Still needs to be finished inside. And we have, this is called a Devon Longhouse. Particular type of house in an area of England. And I'm not going to go into all the rooms just to try to save time because there's still a lot to explore. I'm not going to be able to get to everything this episode either. Not sure what this thing is supposed to be. Built by one of our friends, and this is his house here. Piston door. Lots of chickens. Lots and lots of chickens. He's the one that puts those chicken heads all over the place, like I mentioned in a previous episode. And I don't even see any here. There probably are some. There's one someplace, but I don't know. I don't see it. And we'll get to that area next time. I'm just going to go over and we're going to look at this one last house right here. So we kind of made this house out to be like you know how like there's some places where you get like this really creepy looking house up on top of a hilltop? That's what this one was meant to be. Is like, you know, something like the Addams Family might live in. That's like very, very weird and dark, with strange things like this suit of armor and just various odd things like black flowers and stuff. That's what this house is supposed to be, is something like that. You know, you've got black beds and black curtains and a dragon head. I guess this is the bathroom. You know, a skeleton in the bathroom. I think there's creepers. Yeah, creepers over here. List of things I hate. Lists. Hypocrisy. Repetition. Misspelling. Repetition. Being out of being cut off from or for yeah. That's one of our friends' sense of humor. Some of the silly things that she puts on and stuff. So, yeah, it's kind of meant to be like a creepy house up on a hilltop is what we were kind of going for here. And it leads out back here. It's got a backyard, leads back over to the area we were just at. So that is all I have time for in this episode. And if you like this episode, please leave a comment and like the video. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'll see you next time.